All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, we're back in session. And next up is City Manager report. William?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. My report will be brief tonight. Thank you. Tomorrow I'll be hosting all of the city managers in the South Fulton area for a kind of a city manager powwow on a number of topics. So I'll be happy to share with you down the road how that turns out and what gets decided, if anything. And I am pleased to know to announce that at the urging of Councilmember Powell, I will be participating in a dunk tank during the Happy Days Festival, but I don't anticipate anyone would line up to throw a ball or have me dunked at all. I mean, I don't think that I'm going to raise very much money, but I volunteered for the assignment.
And we appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think Al volunteered too.
Absolutely.
We have some other volunteers.
Sports fun. Some show get done.
Ruth, you want to do it?
Oh, sure.
All
I
right.
mess up her shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
All
almost
right, so we got Ruth too.
Okay. All right, Todd?
Sir, I don't have anything other to announce but the Downtown Live this Friday, 7 p.m.
Thank you very much, sir.
Let me ask a question, Todd. I think this one is marqueed as jazz and seafood.
You are correct.
Can you expand on the seafood? Because, you know, my diet is seafood and eat it, but I wondered if it meant, you know, any type of that comes from any water.
Well, it's a thing that lives in the sea, and it usually swims around and
Got it.
cook it.
So I'm wondering who the vendors might be for that.
We have some different vendors,
Okay.
Atlanta Seafood Company and some others that'll be
All
there.
right, great. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And
Yeah,
you can
thanks.
still see the food and eat the food also.
You like my
Every-
daddy? You like my daddy?
There was a food truck
You love
there.
seafood because we see it, you will see.
There was a food truck that got posted on Facebook today.
It's coming?
Center. So
Okay, excellent. Okay.
Holly posted it, so.
You know, Todd, I have a question. This is kind of off topic, but
Sure.
you know that
I'm shocked.
that poster that's at the football field that has Downtown Live. So not very many people see that sign. I was wondering if there's any way we could put that sign over where the glass plant is, where you get off.
Illinois, Sylvan Road?
Yes, right there. So as soon as you get off the highway, you see the events that are going on.
You say off of
Sylvan,
Sylvan,
85 southbound.
Sure.
Sylvan Road, because you pull right up, you see the lovely Illinois glass plant
we can relocate it.
and the city's little garden thing.
Because if we could have something there, that would be perfect. Because people get off that highway all the time, and they could just see that sign.
I'm one of them.
Did we get anywhere with talking to Owens, Illinois about adopting that sign? Because they don't use it.
At all.
William?
I don't think
That's
so.
a-
Something
that's
you
my
want to check
expertise.
on?
I haven't gotten to it, sir.
Okay.
All right. Alan?
We are getting ready for the Kaboom grant implementation. We have a full day tomorrow with Lee's department and Todd's department going through site walk, a kids focused group and an adult focused group, and then we'll get the whole rollout for what we're allowed to do with press and reaching out to the community to get involved in the build part of the process. So we're excited about that. And then Main Street had their board meeting last night, and they are gearing up for Happy Days and what they're gonna do there, and also the gallery crawl. They're a sponsor of the Arts Alliance Gallery Crawl. And then also working on a small business workshop that is going to be in October, and we're partnering with the state, and it's gonna be about social media and tourism. And that's it.
Very good, thank you. David?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Month of September, we got some, under the community awareness, we got CPR and AED training be going on at Delta Community Training Center over at the credit union. Also, coming up in October, we got Fire Prevention Week that'll be coming up, and the motto this year is don't wait, check today, replace your smoke detectors every 10 years. There'll be some stuff going out in the newsletter, we can get everybody to start checking their smoke detectors, the dates on them and stuff. we'll see about getting around to replace them. Our target safety training is up. We're all online now, getting some in-house training. And also under inspections, we've conducted 17 annual inspections this month in August, and a total of 59 from July to August.
Awesome. Very good, thank you.
Do we have smoke detectors to give out for some of the people?
We are
that-
actually working with Red Cross. They've got a program like we did years ago with CDC. There's going to be a form you fill out, but they will actually give us the smoke detectors, and we work with them if we install them.
Okay.
But we're working on a few other projects too, through the schools and stuff, to work on some stuff with smoke detectors.
David, the inspections, were those commercial inspections or who were you
Yes.
inspecting? Okay,
Yes.
to
Yeah.
make sure they're within code and have all the
We do
things they need.
pre-fire plans,
Okay,
and we do inspections on all city business.
Okay. Jennifer?
We have the South Fulton Municipal Association meeting on Thursday, starts at 6:30 at
GICC.
GICC. And then also I wanted to make sure you guys knew with the calendar that we published for the mayor and council meetings, it was suggested that we move the date of the September 6th meeting to September 7th because of the holiday. And wanted to make sure you were all okay with that so we can continue the advertising.
I'm cool with that. The only date I have a problem with is the December 13th date that's at the bottom of this, because that butts into the Exchange Club Awards banquet. So I don't know what council's will there is. Maybe we can see if we can go with just one meeting in December.
say cancel it, yeah.
I think
a
lot of times we do cancel
it. Yeah.
Sometimes we
usually
do
not a lot.
cancel it. So do you
So,
wanna go
we
ahead
have
and
to-
cancel that?
Well, we'd have to,
At
yeah, I
our
guess.
next meeting, or do you wanna wait until we get closer to see if we need it?
I think we cancel it now, and then if we have to have a call meeting, we'd have a call meeting.
Okay,
But I assume you need to put it on the agenda
we can put it on the next agenda for that one.
okay.
But for right now, we're okay with September the
I'm
7th.
cool with that. Y'all cool with that?
Sounds
We
good.
need to vote.
Do you want us to vote on it?
No, if we have consensus, I think.
Okay. As long as it's properly advertised.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Maria, you got anything in the financial world?
We just actually getting ready to do the year-end adjustments, to finalize the year-end. And also we're gonna be preparing the tax bills.
Okay.
Getting ready to go out.
Awesome. Thank you. Lee?
They're laying bricks this afternoon in the alleyway, so hoping to get that.
What did you say?
Bricks?
Laying bricks.
Pavers.
The alleyway.
Snap, whiplash.
It's not all bricks though, there's some concrete in it.
They're having baby papers.
Yeah. And it's shorter too, it's not as wide as it was, so.
Well, now, let me ask you this, does this meet a definition of permeable, or impermeable? Pervious.
Impervious.
That'll be impervious.
Impervious.
That means that water
These
runs right
pavers,
off.
So you don't have space in between the bricks?
You'll have space, but it's
Not enough.
still impervious, it'll run off.
Okay.
Actually, hard packed gravel, according to stormwater, is considered impervious. It'll run
Right,
off.
yeah.
Okay.
Which is why I wanna call it the Riverwalk.
There you go.
Every town needs.
Yeah,
City of Fayetteville's doing a river walk. They don't even have a river.
well, we don't either. Well, we will
We have a
now.
river. We have a river.
They're not running through downtown.
It used to be right down, South Fulton. When it would rain and we were at City Hall and had to walk across to get to the parking lot, it was the River Jordan that we would have to
The
cross.
ballpark has become lakes.
Yeah.
See, right there, you can swim in the Walmart.
All right. Chief, what else to say?
I'd just like to thank the mayor and members of the council for approving the fiber and the cameras. Really, it's going to bring us so far into the future. I appreciate that very much. And we're grappling, unfortunately, with our car vendor right now. So hopefully by the next council meeting, I'll have a product that I can bring and show you.
That's what you said last time.
I know.
If they don't hurry up, we're gonna see him over there with his gun and the rest of them.
We're going out there Thursday to see what we can help.
Don't go before you go on.
Yes.
Yeah, it's.
How you going? I'm going to talk to you about the cars.
Yeah.
It's all That's the right one to do.
This is the ones that's supposed to be driving them out there, they'll be serious.
Right. Yeah, it's coming there.
Okay. Anything else?
No, sir.
Thank you very much. I want to thank all you who came out for the National Night Out last Thursday and participated in that. That was a great way for us to show our love and respect for our police officers. We appreciate y'all's participation in that. Mr. Fincher?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Okay. David?
Just a few things. Sharing Our Stories Public Art Project. We are hopefully going out Friday with the call for artists. And so Allie and Charlotte and I met on Friday to look at what we had written and all the files, and we've been looking at that. And it's been a huge undertaking just to get the files ready, and many issues with Dropbox. But I think we're there, and our consultant from Wonder Root is looking at it. It's Main Street Mount funding and an ARC grant. And so ARC, as part of their grant, provided us with a consultant from Wonder Root, the arts organization that does these calls all the time. So we met with him several times, and he's taking one last look to bless it. And we want a few more oral histories. So tomorrow's the last day, and I'm going to be going around to anybody I can find and ask them to record one.
David, I'll do that, but are you gonna direct me? I mean, I've been here since '55. I don't know what direction you want me to go.
Well, this is what's interesting. I thought this would be easy to get people to do it, but everybody thinks they have to have this wonderful story planned out. And every time they'll tell me, well, I don't have anything to say. And then they want you to tell me this awesome story. And I'm like, well, if you just let me record that, that would have been perfect. So really, it's just if somebody from California wants to come up with a piece of art, helping them understand what Hapeville is. And no one interview is going to do that, but all of these in totality, the hope is that they will. And the great thing is we've got the ones we recorded at Happy Days and the different times. Charlotte had cassette tapes that we transferred over from 1979 with people who were elderly then. So I mean, you're going way back to the beginning of the town. So we've got 30 of those, is that right, Charlotte? And then as part of the project we did, Hapeville Elementary, we partnered with them, and one of the classes, their kids interviewed people in town. I won't say seniors, not everybody was senior, but interviewed people in town. So we've got those included also.
Interviewed me, thanks.
That's why I said that. I was about to say seniors, and then it's
I resemble that.
So the idea was that we wanted to have a wide cross-section of the community, age-wise, every kind of way. I even went one Sunday afternoon to the Hispanic Presbyterian Church and set it up there to interview people. We wanted to get the kids from the elementary school. We wanted seniors included and everybody in between. And then we wanted just a good broad history from the 1979. And Charlotte has a completely scanned in PDF of the History of Hapeville book. So we've got that online for them to look at too. So we really wanted the artists to be able to get a deep sense of history. And just to remind you, the idea is they'll create the art and there'll be QR codes that you can hear them explain the art piece and then hear the oral history that went along with it. And the other thing we put in the call is if there's something that they really want to create art from, but there weren't enough oral histories, just call me and we'll try and find more people. Say if there's somebody who wanted to do something on Delta or the children's home and they needed some more background, and we'll try and help them with that. So we hope to open it up Friday. It's actually live, but nobody knows it's there. But we'll start putting it out where people can see it once we know it's done. And we're going to leave it up for 2.5 months just to give people plenty of time to actually listen to the stories and think of things and put it together. And then we'll come back and we're going to have a jury put together that will score them in some kind of way to bring it to y'all to make the final decisions of which one to use. So we are excited. That has been a long project and something new for me, so I had to learn how to do it. And we learned about the software Submittable that lets everybody turn it in online so that we're not getting stacks of paper and all. So it's been a good experience. So this week it's going out. One way or another, it's going out. The Corner Tavern, pending getting their permit, it's real close. Have scheduled their graders to hopefully start 3 weeks from now. So we had talked about maybe at the first gallery crawl on September 10th, right before it starts, having a ceremonial groundbreaking out there with shovels. And so hopefully we'll be able to do that, and even talk to Mike. He may bring his mobile kitchen and do the food for the first gallery crawl. So just kind of be a celebration of them coming too. The theater building we had talked about last time, and I don't have any information yet other than I did go back to the pre-engineered building firm that I had talked to before, and he was interested to look at it. He said it's kind of complicated because of the existing laws, and to give him a couple of weeks to talk to some of their consultants. But he was really good before, so he's working on it. So when he comes back with some idea of what can be done with it and very rough idea of cost, then I'll come back to y'all and give y'all that. And then just, I'm excited about the in-city suites, and we all owe Raj a huge debt of gratitude on that, because the problem that we've got there is the chicken and egg thing. Nobody will develop around that because that hotel is so old and looks so bad. So it just like kills property values within sight of it. But nobody wants to come in and renovate a hotel where it looks like there's been no development around it in 40 years. And you just, I don't know how to get past that. You know, we've tried for years. And because Raj is here and he believes in the community, he's willing to take that risk and do that. But that means the next step for us is, I fully believe he'll go in and make it a lot cleaner version of what it is. But to get it to where it could be, we're going to have to do the hard work of continuing to clean it up around it and looking better. And so that's part of it's just working on those different properties now, but we may need facade grants to come back or something like that. So, you know, we're like halfway there if we can just help Raj.
This is a big launching pad right here.
I've never heard anybody use a sentence and say, I'm really excited about in-city schools. That was really different.
Yeah.
It will probably
It's like,
be the
you're
first
what?
time ever.
Yeah.
Well, we've had, over the years, several properties that did that. They were kind of like the economic development nuclear bombs, where everything around them just couldn't happen. And that's getting towards being the last one. I mean, there are a lot of buildings we need to get fixed up or torn down, but they're minor and they don't have a lot of damage around the area. But there were a lot of them 10 years ago, and so the city should just be proud of how, you know, the development authority and the city have whittled those down, things that the private market just couldn't do. And in this case, the private market is doing it, but he's going to need our help to kind of get it there. But,
It's a great project.
David, on those stories, is Sunday too late?
No, I think we're going to make it live on Friday, but I doubt anybody's going to be looking at it until then. So we can continue to add some, because they'll, as the Dropbox link changes, they'll have access to it.
Well, the band I've been practicing with since 1973, the three of us that are alive still, will be at Darwin's house in Hapeville, in the basement down there.
Smoking
music.
your doobies. Practicing your back.
We played at the Academy Theater in '77 and things like that, so we could probably, if we can remember, tell you a story.
We can definitely add it in. My goal would be that they were all in there before we went live on Friday, but if we add one, I mean, nobody's going to design art in a day and a half. So, anybody know, just let me know. And
Well, that
I'll
could
take
be a
it.
QR code at the theater. I was just thinking because of us playing there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great.
Wait, do you have any information on, I don't know what we can say out loud or not, the development that was supposed to go next to the Solis Hotel?
Next to
This
the
is a live, work, play, you know.
Ryan stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
We're not out there on that one yet? Okay, so I don't know what we can get out there. Okay, what about the gas stations? Can we talk about the gas stations?
The one in the Triangle that's privately owned, he paid, the guy who has it under contract from East Atlanta that has a restaurant there, he paid to take the tanks out before he closed on it. I talked to him last week. He still hadn't gotten the final report, and I need to call him this week again. But he was positive about it. I think pending it being just an absolute disaster, he wanted to go forward. And that's one of the things I'm talking about are important for for in-city suites to clean up those, because he's also bought the Omni restaurant equipment building. And Omni gets to stay for about 10 more months. It was a year, so I think 2 months is gone. So that's a site for 2 restaurants too. And I know Raj, that was big for him, that starts to bring the downtown towards that. The gas stations, the Development Authority owns, we have a price to take the tanks out, and the Development Authority has approved it. But I'm going through and checking with state and federal people, because we've got the money to take the tanks out. I just want to make sure we don't do anything that would keep us from going for brownfield money if the contamination is really bad. And we're not going to know that until they take the tanks out. So that can be done in 60 to 90 days as soon as we give them the go-ahead. So I've talked to 2 people at the state, and the second person was so helpful. And tonight I'm sending her an email with all of the history, and she's sending it to contacts at the federal government that will reply with every question I have to give us an answer on that. And so as soon as we're satisfied we've got those answers, hopefully we get the tanks out, and then it'll look like something's happening and start to get that cleaned up a little bit there. But that's something that's prime building for something really cool. So we just got to get the environmental handle. But I'm just trying to be careful not to add to our liability or limits what we can do.
One more. Now there was something, again, may not say this out loud, but it was over there near the Delta Credit Union, a big thing. I think it was called Virginia Crossing. You got any update on that?
I haven't been involved with that one, so
No update.
No update. So it stands now that last I heard it was the river runs through it. It was the Corps of Engineers and the Flint River issue.
That issue's been resolved, but there's no update on the project yet. We are waiting for them to come back with a report, and you will like it, but we have no thing that we can talk about publicly at this point.
We're waiting for the Corps of Engineers or the developer?
The developer. The
Okay.
Corps of Engineers is good.
Okay, so we're waiting for the developer to come back. And just like the IT guys, got a window on that? Month?
60 days.
60 days, okay. Okay. I think that's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Public comments, I'll start on my left. Anybody, general comments or questions?
Just have a question. So, I just want to be clear. So we have 4 now extended stays in the city, is that correct?
We have 3 right now.
3.
We've approved to have 4.
Where are the 3? Who are the 3?
In City Suites, Stay Bridge, and Residence Inn.
Okay. So, what happens, God forbid, but what happens if In-City Suites decides not to sell it, to back out of the contract?
In City.
We would probably bring it back up and reduce the number.
Pardon?
I said we would probably bring the issue back up and reduce the number, or take that parcel ID out of it.
Can you?
Because they're grandfathered as it is now.
Yeah. Their grandfather?
Well,
That can't be.
that's a complicated issue. The attorney
It's an
explained
ugly
it.
grandfather.
And let's wait and see that closes before
Yeah.
we start
Yeah.
hashing that horse.
But they can't be grandfathered because. they can't
Well,
grandfather.
I understand that, George, but the other thing is to try to go after them legally and expend
I'm not questioning that.
tens or hundreds of
I'm
thousands
just
of
not
dollars.
questioning that. I'm just wondering if they back out of the contract.
I'm hoping free market will take care of that situation.
Right. And if they back out of the contract, then they.
If he backs out of the contract, he has to write them a check for $50,000. I don't think that he's gonna back out, but if he does, we'll address it when it
Yeah,
happens.
well, we can I
Our
mean,
fingers.
this is not carved in stone, so.
Okay. Well, and that, but if they back out of the contract, they still would have to raise their rooms up to what, other stuff, right?
That, we're starting to get into legal hairs.
Okay.
I'm not,
We
I
just
don't
have
have
to
the
hope-
answer for
they
it.
hope it goes
right
smoothly.
tonight.
Hope it goes through.
Yeah, the plan we have is the best plan we've had in, what, 20 years?
Yeah, at least, Jim.
Okay, any more questions?
Since Lamont left us.
On my right?
I got something. We started our mural this last week, and I appreciate the city prepping and Smitty's crew and all the people that came out to help Saturday. So it's the 125 mural. We're going to have it done by the end of by the Happy Days Festival. So I'll be working on. I got 2 murals I'm working at the same time. So I'm working on it Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays this week, and then next week will be the same thing until I finish the other mural. I really appreciate everybody's help on that. Also, we're having like a arts open house for the Go Georgia Arts. Stuff that programs we got going on in the city at the Scout Hut. on Thursday, this coming Thursday at 6 o'clock. You guys are all welcome to come. Appreciate it.
Tomorrow or next week? I mean, this
Huh?
Thursday or next week?
No, this Thursday, this Thursday. I got a little flyer out in the counter today. But we do programs for kids as well as adults, so we're taking input, so I'll let you know. Thank you.
Are you doing photos from one set location on a daily basis, or?
Am I doing what?
Doing photos from one set location, where
Actually,
you
the
could do a
police,
transitional slideshow?
The fire chief.
Jeanette was there.
Jeanette said you do it, and I was gonna talk to him about doing maybe a video kind of thing throughout the whole process. But we had like 20 people came out and helped. So it was really pretty cool. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it would be cool to do like a time-lapse thing.
Right.
Sure.
I want to back up. I really don't even need this thing. I have such a big mouth. But it was great to be out there Saturday with John. The city did a great job, Lee. John told me on the phone before we got out there, he said he's never had that kind of help before. And I think that says a lot about Hapeville. We get out there and help each other when we need to. And of course the mayor and William were there. And I was there with the food. What else is food?
That
And that's important. And the other thing is tomorrow is Family Life's 34th birthday. And Jane wanted me to invite everybody to come for a cake and ice cream. Cake and ice cream only, just a visit, no buffet. But anyway, y'all come out and have some cake and ice cream at
What time?
10 to 12. 10 to 12. And this is our fashion show that is next month at September 21st at the Recreation Center. And I'm still working on trying to get $1,000 for the mayor, and so far I've only got some Monopoly money. So when I get that $1,000, I'll let the mayor know. I've already told him to go pick out a dress at Belk's. But Heather doesn't know about this. I'm glad she left room, because y'all know I'm tacky and she's not. Let's see. Thank you, Todd, for letting us use the rec. When I got there and saw 500 cheerleaders, I said, oh my goodness, where can we park? Well, I found a hole behind City Hall. I was gonna get that food there if I had to. Anyway, thank you, Todd. The other thing I was gonna say to you, David, that 100 of us Hapevillians are meeting at Malone's Friday. If you wanna come over and interview those folks, we're hounds. So come on over.
What time is that,
What
Shirley?
time Friday?
That is, any of y'all that graduated from Hapeville, you too, Michael.
I have an honorary degree. I wasn't very good.
Trust me, I just got out. But anyway, it's gonna be at 11:30 at Malone's. And right now, we've got 100. And I'm serious, David. You know, if you want to bring your little speaker or whatever you've got, come on over. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sherman.
All right, any other comments on the right?
Lucy Dolan, 3438 Parkview Place. I just wanted to ask whether or not the need for a generator still exists for both the police department here at this location and for the emergency use for the fire department at the gym. That was mentioned, and I've never heard anything
It
about
does, and actually, it was gonna be on this agenda, but we're having to work out a lot of the electrical things for this building. So it should, if it's not on the next one, we're probably gonna have to bid it out. So, but we're in the process now.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. All right, any other comments on the right? Council?
I did have a question for Lee. On the next big torrential rain we have, can you go to the Kaboom area if you hadn't already and just watch the water routing and see if
I
there's...
think that area was confused because.
Okay, I'm just
the
curious, I
Kaboom
wanna make
site
sure.
sits on the hill.
Huh?
The Kaboom site sits on the hill.
That just makes the water go faster, doesn't it?
Well,
But it hopefully won't settle there.
it's on the highest point. so
Okay, well, I
we know
just want to
water
make
issues
sure,
with that.
when people say stuff, I listen.
And actually, I've got to call the EPD tomorrow about pre-drought condition.
Yeah, there's a conference call, I'll put that in your box.
So, obviously, we're not getting as much as we think we're getting.
Yeah, we've been very dry. All right, any other council comments?
Oh, I have one. I would like to thank the mayor and council for the, let's call it an item I received from the mayor and council called Instead of Flowers. And it is a wonderful thing for those who like to have ready-made food delivered to your door. And it is instead of flowers, and so I thank you for that. I have limited kitchen activity, and my sister, AKA Nurse Ratchet, went to Florida on me, and so I've kind of been on my own. So I thank you kindly for that. I thank you citizens for your well wishes, and those who've had offers to help and all of that. I'm doing swimmingly, and I'll be back to my old kick stuff. Self. Soon. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out.
Nope, I'm fine.
Thanks for coming out, folks. Appreciate you. We do have a executive session, and we will come back, and potentially take action on the item. So, and then after that, we actually do have a short hat meeting. So if any of you haven't had enough meeting tonight, welcome to stick around. So with that being said, I'll entertain a motion. We go into executive session for personnel and legal.
Also moved.
William? Personnel and legal. All right. So there's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign. I'll entertain a motion that we recess.
Also moved.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor, raise your right hand. All right, we stand in recess.